team of challengers.
What is your name, please?
My name is Theodore Isaac Rubin.
My name is Theodore Isaac Rubin.
My name is Theodore Isaac Rubin.
Again, follow along with me, if you will, panel. I, Theodore Isaac Rubin, have just written a book aimed at this country's 80 million overweight people. It contains no specific diets, but rather explains how to lose pounds by getting into the right mental attitude. In order to reduce, people must first admit that they are fat, second, acknowledge that fattiness is not attractive, and third, stop functioning as human garbage pails. Once embarked on a diet, one must set his sights low and divide the total projected weight loss into small, achievable units of 5 to 10 pounds. He must get lots of sleep, not eat out, and most important, learn to think thin. My book contains chapters such as Beware of Friendly Enemies, The Night Eaters, Let Love Motivate You, and Help, I'm Starved. Also included is a list of ammunition foods, the kind you can eat all you want of, comforting foods, those with low calorie content, and poison foods to be avoided like the plague. Written from personal experiences, my book is called The Thin Book by a formerly fat psychiatrist. Signed, Theodore Isaac Rubin.
Get in touch with Game Show Network. Log on to our website and play our games or email us your questions and comments. It's www.gameshownetwork.com.
Very well, panel. These three gentlemen all claim to be, as you heard, Theodore Isaac Rubin. We'll start this one with Kitty Carlisle. Kitty?
Thank you, Bud. Number 3, should I address you as Dr. Rubin?
Yes.
Dr. Rubin, what is the chapter about Help, I'm Starved?
Well, essentially, this is a chapter designed for anybody in an emergency. Quick fill-up with soda, pickles,
I see.
cantaloupe, etc.
Thank you. Number 2, are you a psychiatrist, too?
Yes, I am.
Where did you study?
I studied at Columbia University, and I took my graduate work at NYU Medical School in Melbourne.
Tell me something. How much did you weigh before you got thin?
249.
Number 1, how much did you weigh?
210.
And how long did it take you to get out of this terrible trap?
4 months.
Is that all? Number 2, is this rather like Alcoholics Anonymous, that you have somebody to come and help you?
No, it's an independent practice that you do by yourself and a very slow program.
Tom Poston.
Well, I'd like to ask number 3 how fat you were before, if I may.
I weighed 255 at my top weight.
How long did it take you to lose?
Oh, about a year.
Number 2, how long did it take you?
It took me about 9 months.
Number 1, 4 months seems to be extremely fast. How did you do that with just little divisions of total projected weight loss?
Well, I had to lose about 50 pounds only, 45 actually, and I just divided it in 4 months, and I decided I would do it by the first of the year.
Boy, you sure did good. Number 2, when you... ice cream is said to be non-fattening. Is that true?
No, it's very fattening.
Number 3, do you agree with that? I've heard many people say that ice cream is not fattening by itself.
I would say it's fattening. At least ordinary ice cream is.
Peggy Cass.
Thank you. Number 2, could you tell me 2 comforting foods?
Comforting,
What?
comforting food would be something like a lean hamburger. It would be something like chicken, something that you need to make you feel good. You're not going to eat a lot of it. The calories are quite low.
Well, number 3, I don't think that can compare in comfort with ice cream. Now, I would like to know poison foods. Who eat poison foods anyway?
Poison foods are high-calorie foods, and the particular poison foods for you or me would be those that we're particularly addicted to.
Let's not get personal, Doc. I want your advice. I'll come to your office and pay your fee.
Horse indeed.
Thank you. Number 3, is Dowager's hump psychosomatic?
I wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know? Well, it's a combination of 2 fields. Now, number 1, how many people are fat in spite of, like, happy fat people? Are there any happy fat people?
No, I would rather say that the people that are jolly usually tend to be fat.
People who are
Usually,
jolly.
the happy people are usually inclined quite often to eat.
Well, number 2, my grandfather's 90 years old. Bud knows him.
yes.
He's a great man. He still likes booze and women, and he weighs 110 pounds, and he's eaten a half a dozen donuts every day for 85 years. Tell me about him, number 2, in your own
I
words.
can't tell you a thing.
Isn't that extraordinary?
That's excellent. That's a fantastic habit.
Thank you,
That's all
number
we
2.
have time for. Orson, I must tell you, you should be conscious of the way every time you mention the term Dowager's Hump, both Kitty and Peggy go, right away, immediately, every time you use it. Time for you to mark your ballot, so mark them immediately without change, if you will, and without any consultation. Just vote now for number 1, number 2, or number 3. All ballots marked. Tom, for whom did you vote this time?
I voted for number 1 because he's going to give a lot of strength and courage to people who want to diet. Did all that work in 4 months.
Peggy.
I don't believe you could do all that work in 4 months and still look that good, number 1. So I voted for number 2 because he's a psychiatrist, and they're inclined to be very serious, and he'd believe lean hamburger was comforting when everybody knows it's chocolates.
Orson B.
It's the saddest show on television. I voted for number 2 because he knew about my grandfather.
Who doesn't? It's worth knowing. Kitty.
I voted for number 2 because he refused to comment on your grandfather.
So again, there we have the votes all in and the minds made up. Let's find out immediately which one of these gentlemen, in truth, is Theodore Isaac Rubin. Will the real Theodore Isaac Rubin please stand up? Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Oh, this is a rare night. A rare night to have that panel skunked twice in the same evening. Undoubtedly, the name Theodore Isaac Rubin sounds familiar to many of you because in addition to his book on dieting, Dr. Rubin has written 7 novels, including one which was made into the award-winning film David and Lisa. Now, number 1, you got 1/4 of the votes. What is your real name and what do you really do?
My name is George Zestovic, and I'm area manager for Export Division of Chrysler Corporation.
And number 2, you got the other 3/4 of the votes. What is your real name and what do you do?
My name is Roger Singer, and I work with inventors, and I'm president of a company that helps inventors to market their inventions, Market Potential Corporation in New York.
Thank you very much. And checking the score, of course, we find they were all wrong again. That means $1,000, gentlemen, and thank you very much for sharing your evening with us. Good night, and God bless you.
Stay tuned. There's more Black and White Overnight coming right up.
Good night, panel. Good night to you, and don't forget to tell the truth.
To Tell the Truth is a Mark Woodson, Bill Todman production, brought to you tonight by Phillips Milk of Magnesia. A little Phillips for antacid relief, more for irregularity. Regular or mint flavor. Johnny Olson speaking. Tonight's program pre-recorded.
What has soundproof